Good morning, Chavra. Today is the 22nd day of Sivan, June 28th, Friday. Happy Friday. Yaron Glassman is here, so we're going to start on page 79. Charlie, ready? Okay. In today's lesson, in contrast to the previous approach, yesterday we spoke about Yichudei Law, the unity of God that's on a higher level. The takeaway from yesterday's: do not let the facade of creation confuse you. It looks like there's a world. It looks like there's so many important things that we have to worry ourselves with. In reality, it's all Hashem. In today's lesson, in contrast with the previous approach, when transcendent godliness, which is Havaya, lowers itself and clothes itself within Malchus and Adnus, Elikus, it lowers itself down into this world, which powers exist as we know it. And permeates time and space. This is Yichudei Tata, the lower level of unity. So we have Hashem in the heavens and Hashem down in the earth. What does that mean? Vihine afal pi shehu yisparech l'mayla me'hamakom l'mayla me'hamakom v'zman. Even though Hashem transcends space and time. Okay, right? We know that. We talked about that. Nevertheless, we know that Hashem finds himself down in this world, which is, this world is limited to time and space. The Hainu. That is, Hashem unites with his attribute of Malchus, kingship, sovereignty, from which space and time are derived and come into existence. So this refers to Malchus after its descent through various Tzimtzumim. The reason created beings are unable to perceive Hashem is that Malchus conceals his presence. They thus regard themselves as independent entities. This is the lower level of unity with Hashem. The lower level unity. In this state, created beings are not totally nullified in relation to their source. And the attribute of Malchus, in as much as it allows them to be aware of their own existence. Shiluv Havaya ba'adnus baruch hu. The intertwining of the letters of the name Havaya within the letters of the name Adnus. In this instance, the divine name Havaya is intertwined and vested within the name Adnus, meaning Havaya is concealed and submerged while Adnus is revealed and predominant, allowing for the creation of time and space. So the essence of Hashem is called infinite. Ein Sof Baruch Hu. The essence of Hashem completely fills the whole earth, in time and in space. For in the heavens above and on the earth below, and in the four directions, southwest, east, east, north, east, west, north, and south. God is found equally in the earth, in the world, not just the earth, but in the entire universe, the way he's found in heaven, exactly the same way. Why? For everything, including both heavens and earth, is within the dimensions of space, which is utterly nullified in the Ein Sof. Just like the ray of the sun is really nullified within the sun, any time and space that's created is really godliness. Which clothes itself in it through God's attribute of Malchus that is united with him. So there's the high level of unity, there's the unity that there's only God, and then there's the lower level, which it's also only God, but we don't recognize that, and God gives us the ability to exist and perceive as if the world is independent and God is hidden. But we know it's all God, because everything is Hashem. So time and space and not time and space, it's all Hashem. It's Yiddish for. Did I say Yiddish then? In relation to the Ein Sof light, which totally transcends time and space, the light, the Ein Sof is the eternal light. In relation to the Ein Sof, which totally transcends time and space, there exists no difference between heaven and earth. God is found equally in heaven, spiritual heaven, and earth. And this being so, why are time and space not totally nullified? How could we have the concept of time and space if, in relation to the Ein Sof, it doesn't exist? Hashem's attribute of Malchus is the attribute of concealment and Simsum, contraction, whose function it is to hide the eternal light so that it will not be perceived by God's creations, by created beings. So that the existence of time and space should not be completely nullified, and there will be no dimensions of time and space whatsoever, even in the lower world. This is only because of the concealment affected by Malchus that time and space exists for created beings. Now, of course, in the last number of days, even weeks, we're saying basically pretty much the same thing, but we're trying to figure out how we got to that point and how it's even possible. So the takeaway is, and yesterday we said, don't believe your eyes, everything is only godliness. And then we say today that you might not see the world through God's lenses, through God's eyes. Obviously, we can't. That the world is nothing but Hashem. But our human eyes might see a world of limitation and fragmentation. So Hashem is capable of diminishing his creative energy to express itself in definition, limitation, and finitude. So I say, take it one step further. Yeah, maybe we cannot recognize the world through God's eyes, and we can only recognize the world through our eyes. But remember that what we see is not necessarily the true reality. So when we see death, destruction, and pain, we should, and sometimes confusion, obviously, a lot of, and God is hidden, we should remember that from Hashem's perspective, it's all united with Hashem, it's all good, and we should strive to reveal God, because the more we reveal God, the more we see the truth. And the more we see the truth, the more we'll understand and realize why it all happened and what the purpose of creation is. And hopefully that leads us to the ultimate revelation of Hashem, the coming of Mashiach, the Geula, the redemption, and all good things. Everyone have a wonderful Shabbos, Mevarchim, the Shabbos of blessing, that the month that we bless Chodesh Tammuz. Have a wonderful day and good Shabbos, everybody. Thanks, Charlie.